Sega.
And welcome to my new Let's Play of Sonic Generations. For Sonic's 30th anniversary, I wanted to revisit the 20th anniversary game. So without further ado, let's get started. Similar to the previous game in the series, Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations immediately begins with our first level, a reimagining of Green Hill Zone from Sonic 1. I'm not even the biggest fan of Sonic 1, but this is still incredibly nostalgic to see a fully remade version of Green Hill Zone, in, at the time, current generation graphics. We're playing as classic Sonic, so we have moves like the spin dash and the roll, but in general, classic Sonic doesn't play exactly like he does in the originals. So one difference, as Omochao is telling us, if we press X, we can perform a spin dash. In the older games, you have to hold down on the D-pad and tap the jump button to rev up first, but in general the spin dash is incredibly easy to use by comparison, since all we have to do is basically tap X like so. And the roll itself is actually a lot weaker, so we won't be rolling as much as in the classics, but we will be spin dashing a ton. Sonic's weight also feels a little bit off. I feel like his jumps are a little bit heavier compared to in the classics, but in general, the controls and physics are more than serviceable, especially since this released the year after Sonic 4 Episode 1. We actually should almost be at the end of the first stage. And we got our first S rank. To get an S rank in Generations, you have to get 50,000 points and avoid losing a life.
He'll be here any second.
Hey guys, what's going on? You having a party or something?
Surprise!
Aw, you guys.
It's kind of impossible to surprise you.
You totally got me this time. I had no idea.
Yeah, right. Happy birthday, Sonic. Hope you like this.
Like it? I love it! What?
Sonic, what's that? What's it doing?
Hey! Not cool!
Help us!
the world has been drained of life, so let's head here to see if there's any way we can fix this. And now we're playing as modern Sonic, who plays a lot like he did in Sonic Colors and Sonic Unleashed. Probably more like Sonic Unleashed, for a few reasons. Overall, I really like this style of gameplay. The Unleashed style gameplay was kind of based around boosting a lot, similar to the Sonic Rush games, and also emphasizes quick switching between 2D and 3D gameplay. Compared to the classic Sonic gameplay, it still relies a lot on branching pathways and exploration, but tends to be a little bit more reflex-based, even though the old Sonic games had that as well. So here we need to move the control stick to perform tricks, like so, and then press left bumper and right bumper together to finish the combo. Here we have rail switching, which is actually different than in Unleashed. In Unleashed, you have to press the bumpers to switch rails. In this game, you press the control stick, which is honestly a lot easier, I find. More tricks there, and we are back in 2D. So one cool thing in this game is it builds on Unleashed's moveset, so I actually messed it up, but if I had made it up to those walls, we would have been able to wall jump, because we actually have all of our abilities from Sonic Unleashed, like the wall jump, the stomp, and the light dash. So yeah, kind of a nice bit of continuity there. Alright, we're back in 3D. If we press the bumpers, we can perform a quick step, and we can press B to slide under there. Here is an example of using the stomp to access an alternate pathway down here. Collecting rings, and I think defeating enemies will restore the boost meter. So yeah, over here, we actually should almost be at the end of the stage. Just a few more rings to collect, and enemies to boost through, and there's the goal. And that's another S rank.
Thanks, Sonic. I thought I was dead, floating without a body in a black limbo. Ugh, I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks.
Is it me, or is that place we were just in awfully familiar?
Not to me, but this place looks like something sucked all the life and color out of it. Totally strange.
No stranger than rescuing genies in magic books or saving aliens in an interstellar amusement park. I'm more concerned about finding our friends.
Hey, Sonic, I saw something over there in the distance. Like buildings, but they look weird.
That might be a good place to check out. I'll be back soon.
Wow, you weren't kidding when you said soon. I thought you already left.
You can now switch between the two Sonics. Press Y to switch Sonics and use both to explore the world. Alright, we've saved Green Hill. So let's head over here and see what this area is like. Switch Sonics before entering stage gates to access either Act 1 or Act 2. Act 1 lets you play side-scroller style stages with easy-to-learn classic Sonic controls. In Act 2 stages, you'll switch gameplay between side-scrolling 2D and 3D forward views. You can enjoy high-speed platforming gameplay in these stages. You can play Act 1 and Act 2 in any order. Act 1 tends to be easier though. Clear an act to proceed to the next stage. The path will sparkle until the stage is cleared. So let's switch to Classic Sonic and try out Act 1. Our next stage is Chemical Plant from Sonic 2. Honestly, this is a really great choice of a stage to represent Sonic 2, because when I try to think of a stage from this game, this is definitely one that comes to mind. That is a red star ring. We'll go over what those do a little bit later, but there are 5 in each stage, and in all fairness, I probably won't be collecting many of them in this playthrough, because a lot of them are actually really annoying to get, I really don't like completing this game simply because of the red star rings. I will be picking up a few of them here and there, but I won't really be prioritizing them. So yeah, Sonic 2 is a much better game in my opinion compared to Sonic 1. It's actually one of my favorites of the classic Sonic games, even though it definitely has some difficulty spikes, specifically with like Metropolis Zone, but overall I still really like Sonic 2. Here we have an underwater section, of course, because it is Chemical Plant, but compared to the classics, this actually isn't too bad. There's another ring, but I ended up speeding past it. Yeah, we're already out of the water, so yeah, this is way easier than actual Chemical Plant. So once we head over here, we should actually be at the end of the stage already. So far so good, we've gotten all S ranks in the first 3 stages. You got a red star ring. Your item collection will grow as you collect red star rings. To see your new items, head left to go to your collection room. You got Artwork 1 and Artwork 2. But we're not done here yet, because there's still another act. So let's switch over to Modern Sonic and try out Act 2. By now, the gimmick of Sonic Generations should be somewhat apparent. We're basically going through classic Sonic areas, once as Classic Sonic, and once as Modern Sonic. And overall, it's pretty cool. It's very gameplay focused, even in comparison to Colors. It kind of feels like we're fairly, Generations is fairly light on story so far, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for an anniversary game that is very much focused on trying to get you to the gameplay as quickly as possible, it feels. So we have our modern Sonic variant of Chemical Plant. We have another 2D section here with the little blue gel that deals damage like in the classic stage. Aesthetically, I like how the stage has the sort of industrial look of the original Chemical Plant and like very familiar environmental design. So like the yellow and blue pathways and like the water and such. Overall, I also like the music in the stage, how they kind of remix it in a way that fits modern Sonic's music style a bit more. There's a red ring at the bottom of this area. We have a little skydiving section like in Unleashed. Slide under that and skip a large part of the level by catching that grind rail. I'm pretty sure that would have dropped us underwater otherwise. In general, this Chemical Plant is actually not very dangerous. I know drowning was a big deal in the original Chemical Plant, but you really spend a very small amount of time in the water in this variant, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. This is only the second stage after all. But it does feel noticeably less intimidating as a result of not having to hear like the drowning music at all because of how little time you spend in the water. So we have to carefully platform up here. These red platforms here will drop after a short amount of time, so we have to keep moving. We have a rainbow ring, like so, and we should be back in 3D. Let's try to get this, try to homing attack that hook there for a shortcut, and we're now boosting through this area. There's a grind rail up here. I tend to miss it though, so we'll take this lower path. That's a little bit slower, but still pretty fast, considering we're actually at the end of the level. It's just past here, and we're done. In general, Sonic Generations is a fairly easy game to S-rank, since it's mostly based around like time bonuses and not losing a life. Especially compared to Unleashed and Colors, this is actually a pretty easygoing game in terms of the ranking system.
Sonic!
Tails!
This chemical plant feels familiar. I'd never forget a smell like this. And that pink water makes me really nervous for some reason.
You're right, Tails. This place is giving me deja vu all over again.
Saved me, Sonic. I was afraid I'd never be able to flirt with you again. Wonderful!
I'm so psyched to get to hang out with you, Sonic. Come talk to me anytime. Hi, I'm Omochow. When you clear a stage, you'll earn points based on the rank you earned. These points can be traded for skills that'll help you out. Stop by the skill shop to the far left of Green Hill, okay? Got artwork 3. By the way, red star rings can now be found in both acts of Green Hill Zone. So we've saved the first 2 areas, and also we've saved Tails and Amy. We'll be exploring another area next time, so thank you for watching, and I hope to join me next time for more Sonic Generations.